Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Kick back and relax. And now let's talk about our winter garden. Okay guys, last year was the first year I started planting anything. It was probably about October, and I started some seedlings, and I just did the best that I could. I put a whole bunch of stuff together, grew a whole bunch of things, ran into a bunch of issues, made a bunch of mistakes. So this year we're looking to go into it with a lot more knowledge. So one of the things I did learn, and the most important thing I learned, is that these plants need a lot of light. You cannot have too many plants and not enough light, because you're just going to fail at everything. So the plan this year is to really just have a few plants and give them a lot of light. So what you see here is basically the corner of a room in the basement that I'm going to be using for this, where there is no natural light. I'm going to use the fish tank like I did last year. I bought some of this this lining, this reflective liner. I'm going to use it for a whole bunch of things. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. But basically, listen, I didn't do the greatest job. It's not exactly neat and everything. I'm just not that type of guy. But basically, I just lined the whole inside of this with here. And this is where I'm going to do my seedlings to begin with. I'm going to grow some peppers. My plan is 2 cucumber plants, 2 pepper plants, and 2 tomato plants. Okay? And then the rest, what will happen is, when I'm done with these containers here, I'm going to take these containers, I'm going to keep them in here, and I'm going to grow lettuce. I got 4 different varieties of lettuce, and I'm just going to basically fill these up with dirt and just put some lettuce in there and just see how that works. Right now I'm just using the light that came with the fish tank. It was good enough last year for the seedlings. It worked perfect. I don't know if it's going to be good enough for the lettuce, so I may just get a better light. But basically, if you have an old fish tank laying around, this is like a pretty cool incubator, especially here in the basement where it gets a little bit cool, in the winter, depending on when the heat is going on and off and such. Okay, so the fish tank is going to begin as the incubator, and then it's going to move on to actually being the house of the lettuce. Okay, so basically, just to take a step back here, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to put like a pole here, and then I'm just going to, I'm going to make like a little cave of this whole area, and it'll have a curtain where I can walk in right through the front, right where the fish tank ends. Now this is going to be where I'm going to put the main vegetables. I'm going to put 2 cucumbers, 2 tomato, and 2 pepper plants. I'm going to get about 2 bags of dirt, put it in here, and this is what it's going to be all about. I got a high-powered light. I'm going to hang the light right here. I'm going to hang it down, and it's one of those lights that comes with strings and ropes attached. I'll show you guys where I got it on Amazon. But basically, I'm going to start it really low, and I'll be able to raise it as the plant grows, which is excellent. In this corner over here is where I'm going to put the arrow garden. Now, what I learned from the arrow garden is, the bottom line, arrow garden's good, but it's really great for herbs. It's a home run with herbs, really no upkeep. The only thing that happens is the herbs grow too fast. You got to cut them all the time. But that's about it. I did try to grow, last year, if you go back to some of my videos, cucumbers and peppers and tomatoes and all that stuff. Those plants just get too big for the arrow garden. And if you are going to grow something like that, you can't grow like all 6 plants or 5 plants or whatever slots. You have to put less in there because the roots go like crazy. And you definitely want to put them in the middle of the arrow garden. That's really where you want to be. But basically, I'm going to start my pepper seedlings today. I'm not going to make a video for that, so I'm going to just put it in the corner of this video so you can kind of see me doing that. I'm just using the same technique that I used last year, where I take a bowl, I put a little paper towel in it, put a little water on it, put the seeds on top, cover with saran wrap, and basically wait and see, and whatever seeds look the best, then I'll transport them over into here. Into one of these cups. But I don't want that many plants this year, so what I'm trying to do is basically maybe like one of these, 12 for each plant, and then the plants that are like the winners, the super good ones, are gonna be the ones that are gonna graduate to this corner here. But basically that's where I'm at right now, and this whole curtain situation, everything I'm doing, I'm not even close to being ready to do that yet. I'm still going to hang the light. I'm going to do a couple of other things, and I'll show you guys. And I just wanted to say, too, that I did get this seeding starter potting mix on Amazon, and I got 2 8-quart bags for like $8, which is really cheap. So this is going to be like my potting mix for the winter, and it's also going to be my potting mix, you know, in February or whenever I get started for the outdoor garden. So this is a really good deal on Amazon. You guys should check that out. I'll see if I can, you know, show you a link or show you the picture at least of the advertisement. But so that's where we're at right now, guys. We're at the very early stages. We're going to get our peppers planted, because last time they took a hell of a long time with the seedlings to incubate. I think they took about 6 weeks before, or 7 weeks before I could put them in dirt. I didn't even think they were I didn't think they were good seeds, but so I'm going to make sure I get those going right away, and I'll hold back on some of the other stuff that grows super quick. But I'll be back, guys, as I go along, and as the garden develops here. But hopefully by the end of this month, it's the beginning of September now. By the end of this month, we're going to have everything up, everything, you know, in the incubators, and we're going to really try to be successful and have a good garden indoors this year and get a lot out of it, just like we did outdoors this summer, which we had an amazing crop. You know, it's the gift that keeps on giving type of thing. Okay, so I'll get more into details about things, guys, but this is how it's looking right now. I hope I'm not rocking the camera back and forth too much. Sorry about that. But have a great day, and thanks for watching.